That's how you know I'm Luthor. When I augmented your powers, I also made sure I can override your abilities. Would anyone else care to try me?
These are the epic tales of the world's finest. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Justice League episodes.
A barbershop?
Gotta hand it to you, Luthor. Nobody would think to look for you here.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we've chosen the greatest episodes from the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animated television series. Be warned that many of these entries contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen this fantastic series yet to its completion, you have been warned.
Give me the mace.
Forget it, John. He was my friend. It's my responsibility.
Number 10, Double Date, Justice League Unlimited.
You were told to stay away from Mandragora. You have violated my direct orders. You've crossed the line.
Taking a backseat from the main 7 members of the Justice League, this episode focuses on 2 pairs of heroes and their opposing objectives. The Huntress, a recently exiled member of the Justice League, is in pursuit of the vile man who murdered her parents, and recruits the Question in order to help her kill him.
Did you come here just to make fun of my work?
No, Q. I came to help you. And let's just keep the rest of the League out of it, shall we?
Standing in their way are the Green Arrow and Black Canary, who are on a mission to defend him at all costs. While the action is thrilling, what steals the show is how each pairing's romance blossoms. Arrow and Canary are now openly acknowledging their affection for each other, while bizarrely enough, even a character as weird as the Question gets some action in with Huntress. Good for him, really.
Where are we going?
Don't ask so many questions.
Number 9, Wild Cards, Justice League.
Don't touch that remote. I know it's heartbreaking to have your favorite shows preempted.
For those of you that felt like the Teen Titans and the Justice League should have teamed up during the series run, this is as close as it gets. The voices behind the Titans lent their talents to the infamous Royal Flush Gang, a group hired by the Joker to battle the League.
The food's a lot better since we signed on with the J-Man.
I like your style. Joker's a class act.
Don't get me wrong. These guys give good backup, but they don't call me king for nothing.
Not only do we get the cast of the Teen Titans, but we also get some classic Batman and Joker moments. The Dark Knight shows how good at multitasking he is by telling the Flash to disarm a bomb while taking a punch. And all the while, the Joker pulls off one of his greatest gags with the audience themselves. Oh, and the Green Lantern and Hawkgirl totally hook up.
We can't be worrying about each other when we're fighting the bad guys.
Too late for that. What else you got?
Number 8, Question Authority, Justice League Unlimited.
You really know how to show a girl a good time, Q. When are we going out on a real date?
Trying to concentrate.
Another breakthrough character for the series was undoubtedly the conspiracy theory-obsessed, purple suit-wearing hero known as the Question. As it turns out, his cautious mentality turns out to be warranted as he discovers Lex Luthor's plans to discredit the Justice League.
Finally, the connection between Cadmus and Luthor. Or something better. President Luthor.
As a result, he's kidnapped and tortured for information, leading to a pretty thrilling rescue by Superman and the Huntress. As always, it's cute to see how the odd coupling of Question and Huntress stands out. On top of that, we're given another hero versus hero battle when Captain Atom arrives to foil their rescue attempt.
Bad time to grow a sense of humor, Cap.
No joke, ma'am. I'm currently assigned to General Eiling's Special Projects Unit. My orders are to prevent you from taking Question out of this facility. So how's this gonna go down?
Number 7, Alive, Justice League Unlimited.
Lex, stop it! You will blow us all to pieces!
Not now, woman!
The problem with supervillain team-ups is sooner or later someone is gonna try and double-cross the other. Evil geniuses Lex Luthor and Gorilla Grodd are 2 such villains, and it isn't long before both are battling it out for control of the secret society. Eventually, Superman's greatest foe manages to outwit the gorilla and launch him into the vacuum of space.
Why is my headquarters moving?
Now free to pursue his plan to resurrect Brainiac, it looks like things are finally going Luthor's way, until he actually ends up bringing back a greater threat in the form of Darkseid. Looks like you done goofed up there, Lex.
We have a little problem.
Number 6, Hereafter, Justice League.
Without Superman, can there be a Justice League? Our coverage of the death of Superman will continue.
I must admit, I'm also concerned about the League's future.
What would happen if Superman were to die? After supposedly being vaporized, the Justice League mourns the death of their most important member. Hell, even Lex Luthor is sad that he's gone. We even get an especially touching scene with Batman, as he says goodbye in his own way, showing just how much he respected Superman.
Despite our differences, I have nothing but respect for you. I hope you know that.
Of course, not all is as it seems, as Superman has actually been sent 30,000 years into the future. Now, without his powers due to the absence of a yellow sun, he has to find his way back to his own time and prevent a devastating future. The icing on the cake, we get an appearance by the main man himself, Lobo.
Hey, head here! What a piece of me! Wuss.
Number 5. The Great Brain Robbery, Justice League Unlimited.
Better not be wasting Luthor's time, Grodd. What is it?
I just had to see it for myself. Flash.
The idea behind this episode had potential for just as many laughs as it did thrills, and it certainly delivered on both. Lex Luthor and the League are both after the knowledge that Grodd has, so both attempt to enter his mind via science and sorcery. The result is Lex Luthor and the Flash switching minds, leading to chaos on both ends. Flash has to avoid raising suspicion around a group of volatile supervillains, while everyone aboard the Watchtower has to deal with a super fast Lex Luthor. On an interesting side note, the Flash's voice actor, Michael Rosenbaum, also portrayed Lex Luthor on Smallville. No wonder he could pull off the dual personality so well.
If nothing else, I can at least learn the Flash's secret identity. I have no idea who this is.
Number 4. Clash, Justice League Unlimited.
Superman, you're needed.
I'm in the middle of something. Can it wait?
It's well established that Lex Luthor's greatest weapon is his mind, and nowhere is that better on display than in his manipulation of both the public and Superman himself. As his popularity in the political field rises, especially due to his endorsement of the powerful but naive Captain Marvel, Superman becomes more and more convinced that he's up to no good.
When you joined this team, you became something more than just a hero. I know that, sir, but you became a symbol that represents all of us.
Things turn violent when Luthor tricks the Man of Steel into thinking he's planted a bomb, only for Captain Marvel to step in.
Captain, please! There has to be another way!
The two heroes battle in an all-out brawl, only for Superman to discover there was never a bomb, and he has been publicly humiliated in order to increase the distrust between the world and the Justice League.
Well, it, seems to be exactly what Luthor said it was.
I'm sorry. I didn't...
If anyone should apologize, Superman, it's me.
Number 3. Injustice for All, Justice League.
Cheetah, Sapphire, Grundy, glad you could make it. And of course you all know the Ultrahumanite.
Charmed, I'm sure. Cut the courtesies, Luthor. What do you want?
It was only a matter of time before a supervillain team that rivaled the Justice League assembled itself. And wouldn't you know it, Lex Luthor would be leading the charge.
You're crazy.
And what's wrong with that? It's done wonders for me.
After being diagnosed with cancer due to his constant exposure to kryptonite, Luthor decides he wants to take down the Justice League with what little time he has left. Recruiting fiends like the Joker to help enact his plan, he kidnaps Batman and plots to destroy the Watchtower with the rest of the heroes in it.
There's a surprise hidden in your little clubhouse, and once your chums get there, kablooey! Popcorn?
What follows is not only a great series of hero versus villain battles, we also get some classic Batman moments. Who knew the world's greatest detective was also one hell of a seducer?
I see someone who was willing to give up everything for a cause she believed in.
How do you know so much about me?
Let's just say cats aren't the only ones who are curious.
Number 2, Star-Crossed, Justice League. This 3-part finale was one epic twist after another. After assisting them in battle, Hawkgirl's people, the Thanagarians, arrive on Earth and offer their help against an alien race that seeks to conquer the Earth.
With your limited technology, you are totally unprepared for what is about to come.
This turns out to be nothing more than a ruse for total planetary domination, one that actually succeeds. Now fugitives, the Justice League have to fight against an entire empire. All the while, Hawkgirl is torn between her allegiances to her people and to the League, including her newfound love with the Green Lantern.
Whose side are you really on?
Don't you know?
Packed with too many amazing moments to count, this episode not only was a great way to end the original Justice League series, but became an event that would affect Hawkgirl for years to come.
I hope you're pleased with yourself.
It'll take years for us to rebuild elsewhere.
Then you'd better get started.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course you can.
I thought you were Green Lantern.
We still don't know much about him. Obviously, he's a time-traveling warlord. He's littered the streets with buildings he's stolen from other time periods.
He's not a warlord. At least he wasn't at first. When we chased him to the Old West, all he was stealing was historical trinkets.
He's causing severe damage to the space-time continuum. Am I blue? Am I blue? Ain't these tears in my eyes telling you? Am I blue?
Number 1, Destroyer, Justice League Unlimited. No one can say that the Justice League didn't go out with a bang, and this final episode gave us everything we could want in a finale. With the return of Darkseid and his enemies, it takes both heroes and villains alike to stop him.
Let's be clear about this. We're not here to help you save the world. You're here to help me get revenge on Darkseid. When this is over, it's back to business as usual.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Every member of the Justice League gets a chance to shine, perfectly blending together large-scale battles with character traits. We see Batman, even under the threat of total vaporization, refuse to compromise his principles. But the highlight has to be Superman's fight with Darkseid. Not only do we get one of his greatest speeches, one that defines the character of Superman perfectly, but we also get the mother of all punches to go along with it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.